The question is, who's involved in this race to perfect quantum computers? And the answer is everyone.
Project Omega, an AI designed to analyze cosmic data, was sifting through information from our most powerful telescopes when it found something impossible. A pattern, a code, hidden in the background radiation of the universe. This wasn't just random noise. It was a message, a signature. This discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community, and when the data reached the legendary physicist Michio Kaku, his reaction was one of pure terror. What did the AI find? It found evidence that our universe might be a grand illusion. The Omega Project's revelation. You see, many people are crazy about the idea of living in a simulation. For most, it's just a fun thought experiment, something to talk about with friends. But not all things are what they seem. What if it wasn't just a theory? What if there was proof? That's the bombshell that Project Omega dropped on the world. This wasn't your average AI. It was a hyper-intelligent system designed to do one thing: find patterns in the chaos of the universe. It had access to every piece of data from every telescope, every particle accelerator on the planet. For months, it crunched the numbers, analyzed the data, and then it found it. A glitch. A tiny, almost imperceptible anomaly in the cosmic microwave background radiation, the echo of the Big Bang. At first, the scientists at the lab thought it was a bug in the AI's programming. They ran diagnostics, checked the code, but everything was perfect. The glitch was real. But what was it? As they zoomed in, they saw it. A pattern. Not a natural pattern like the spiral of a galaxy or the fractal design of a snowflake. This was a digital pattern, a series of ones and zeros hidden in the very fabric of our universe. It was a watermark, a digital fingerprint that suggested our reality was a construct. The implications were staggering. If our universe was a simulation, then who or what created it? And why? Were we just some cosmic experiment, a game being played by some higher intelligence? The scientists were in a state of shock. They had stumbled upon the biggest secret in human history, and they had no idea what to do with it. But the things nobody tells you is that a secret that big can't stay hidden for long. News of the discovery leaked, and soon the world was in a frenzy. The media went wild. Headlines screamed about the simulation hypothesis and the God in the machine. People didn't know what to believe. Was this the greatest discovery of all time, or the greatest hoax? But then the data was released to the public, and other scientists began to verify Project Omega's findings. And that's when the real panic set in. The glitch was there. The code was real. Our universe, it seemed, was running on a program. What happens when we find the programmer's signature? The cosmic watermark. The discovery of the digital fingerprint was just the beginning. As scientists around the world began to pore over the data from Project Omega, they started to find more and more evidence that our universe was not what it seemed. You see, our universe is governed by a set of fundamental constants, numbers like the speed of light and the strength of gravity. These numbers are incredibly finely tuned. If they were even slightly different, life as we know it wouldn't exist. For years, scientists have wondered why these numbers are so perfect. It's a mystery known as the fine-tuning problem. But what if it wasn't a mystery at all? What if those numbers weren't random, but were deliberately chosen? That's the shocking conclusion that many scientists are now reaching. The constants of our universe, it seems, are not constants at all. They are parameters, settings in the code that runs our reality. And it gets even weirder. Scientists have found what appears to be a form of error-correcting code in the laws of quantum physics. This is the same kind of code that we use in our computers to prevent data from becoming corrupted. It's as if the creators of our simulation wanted to make sure that their creation didn't crash. The evidence is mounting, and it's becoming harder and harder to ignore. Our universe appears to be a highly structured, highly organized system, one that bears all the hallmarks of intelligent design. But if our universe is a simulation, then what does that mean for us? Are we just characters in a cosmic video game? Do we have free will, or are our lives predetermined by the code? These are the questions that are now being debated by philosophers, theologians, and scientists around the world. And what about the glitch that started it all? The anomaly in the cosmic microwave background radiation? Scientists have now managed to decode a small part of it, and what they found is truly mind-blowing. The code contains a message, a signature from the programmers. It's a complex mathematical equation that, when solved, reveals a hidden message. We still don't know what the full message says, but the part that we have decoded is a warning that our universe is not stable, a warning that it could be shut down at any moment. Is our reality on the verge of a system crash? Michio Kaku's terror. When the news of Project Omega's discovery reached Michio Kaku, the world-renowned physicist, his reaction was not one of excitement or wonder. It was one of pure, unadulterated terror. You see, Kaku had long been a proponent of the idea that our universe was a beautiful, elegant, and natural creation. The thought that it might be an artificial construct, a computer simulation, was deeply disturbing to him. In a now famous live television interview, Kaku was asked about the simulation hypothesis. He was visibly shaken. He spoke of the dangers of this knowledge, of the philosophical bomb that had been dropped on humanity. He warned that if our universe was a simulation, then it could be manipulated. The laws of physics could be changed. Reality itself could be rewritten. The power to do that would be the ultimate power, and Kaku feared what would happen if it fell into the wrong hands. But it wasn't just the fear of some malevolent programmer that terrified Kaku. It was something much deeper, much more personal. It was the fear that his life's work, his entire understanding of the universe, was based on a lie. He had spent his career trying to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. But what if those mysteries were just lines of code? What if the beautiful equations that he had dedicated his life to were just part of a program? The things nobody tells you is that even the greatest minds can be broken by a truth they are not ready to accept. Kaku's terror was not just the fear of a scientist. It was the existential dread of a man who had looked into the abyss and seen that the abyss was looking back at him. He had seen the code, the glitch in the matrix, and it had shaken him to his very core. He ended his interview with a chilling statement, a warning to his fellow scientists. There are some things that we are not meant to know. But what happens when that knowledge can't be unlearned? The search for the programmer. The revelation that our universe might be a simulation has had a profound impact on humanity. For some, it has been a source of hope, a sign that there is something more to our existence than just the cold, random chance of the universe. They see the simulation as a kind of digital afterlife, a promise of immortality in the code. New religions have sprung up, dedicated to worshiping the programmers and trying to find a way to communicate with them. But for many others, the discovery has been a source of despair. If our lives are just a simulation, then what is the point? What is the meaning of love, of art, of all the things that make us human? The self-harm rate has skyrocketed. People have lost their faith, their hope, their reason to live. The world has been plunged into a state of existential crisis. And then there are those who see the simulation as an opportunity. Hackers, computer scientists, and rogue governments are all in a race to find a way to exploit the code. They want to find the backdoors in the program, the cheat codes that will allow them to manipulate reality to their own ends. The potential for misuse is terrifying. Imagine a world where a single person could change the laws of physics, could create or destroy matter at will. It would be a world of chaos, a world where anything is possible and nothing is sacred. The thing is, we've always looked to the stars and wondered if we were alone. Now, we have an answer, and it's far more terrifying than we ever could have imagined. We are not alone. We are being watched. We are being controlled. And the ones who are in control could pull the plug at any moment. This isn't some distant, abstract threat. This is real. This is happening, and we are running out of time. The Kaku conspiracy. You see, once a story this big breaks, the internet does what it does best. It digs deeper. And folks, what they found, or what they think they found, will make your head spin. Pretty soon, the conversation online wasn't just about Project Omega. It was about Michio Kaku himself. The things nobody tells you is that when someone in a position of power shows that much fear, people start asking questions. Was his terror genuine? Or was it an act? Wild theories started popping up on forums and social media, spreading like wildfire. One of the biggest ones? That Kaku has known about the simulation for years. Think about it. The man is a co-founder of string theory, a concept that already suggests our universe might have hidden dimensions and a deeper, more complex structure than we can see. The theorists claim that the world's elite physicists, Kaku included, discovered the truth decades ago. They argue that concepts like string theory and M theory were just a way to slowly introduce the public to the idea of a constructed reality to soften the blow. So why the televised panic? The theory goes that Kaku's reaction wasn't fear of the discovery itself, but fear that Project Omega had let the cat out of the bag too soon. He wasn't scared of the truth. He was scared of us knowing the truth before they were ready. According to this theory, there's a secret cabal of scientists and world leaders who have been gatekeeping this information, worried that mass panic would shatter civilization. Kaku's terror, they say, was the performance of a lifetime, designed to cast doubt and fear around the discovery, to make the public think this knowledge was too dangerous. But it gets even crazier. Some people are now claiming that Kaku isn't just a gatekeeper, he's an agent. Maybe not for a government, but for the programmers themselves. This wild idea suggests that certain influential humans, the Einsteins, the Newtons, the Kakus, are actually NPCs, non-player characters, with advanced programming. Their job is to guide humanity's scientific progress along a specific path, to make sure we don't discover too much, too fast. From this perspective, Kaku's fear was a built-in protocol, a firewall that activated when Project Omega went off-script and threatened to expose the entire system. Is he a man terrified of a new reality, or a program trying to protect its own code? So, are we just ghosts in a machine, living out a pre-written destiny? Or can we find a way to break free? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-bending content.